Hi, friends. Once again, you are welcome to Empowerment Talks with Konfor. Today, we are privileged to have someone in the house who is not only, he's not just the one of our best leadership council members, but he is also bringing with him years of experience to share with us. What join in, share, like, comment as I bring to you none else but our own Dan Street in the house. So, Dan, you are welcome to Empowerment Talks, and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Well, thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah. So, how was your day today? Where exactly are you calling from, please?
I am calling from Colorado in the United States, and for those of you who don't know where that is, that's over in western United States, and I'm in the mountain. I'm about an hour south of Denver, Colorado, in Colorado Springs area by the Air Force Academy. So I've lived here all my life and enjoy it thoroughly. I'm a mountain guy.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, thank you. Thanks for joining us once again, and we are so privileged to have you here. So you can please kindly tell us about yourself.
Well, like I said, I'm a native of Colorado, and I grew up here. And I have a wife and a son, Nick. Wife Lila, son Nick, and it's important for me to. A lot of the priorities I have is it's important for me to stay active and healthy, and I try and work out a little bit. I try and go golfing and fishing and skiing and do all the outdoor activities. But what's real important for me too is to spend the family time and just we have a passion for food and going out to dinner and just enjoying life a little bit right now. Because I'm recently retired. I don't like the word retired, but I'm making a change from a 30-year medical career to something a lot better, and that's OnPassive.
All right, exactly. Thank you for correcting yourself, because we don't retire when we're still alive.
No.
Exactly. So that said, we just found out that apart from your almost 30 decades of experience in medical technology, you have been involved in some other things with Marty Degamo, one of our best, and why not our well-seasoned Mike Ellis. So tell us a bit exactly what are the type of things you've been doing during these years, and how is your experience now adding value to OnPassive?
Sure. Well, I'll tell you, Mike Ellis and I have been good friends for over 50 years. We both are in Colorado, and Mike introduced me to Marty. Oh gosh, I'd say it was about 5-6 years ago. Anyway, we got together, and I can't even remember all of the network marketing businesses we got involved in, but it was quite a few. And one of the things we learned how to do is we came up with a template, and we learned how to market. We learned how to build big teams. And we did that by teaming up and realizing what each of our strengths were. Of course, Marty is he's the master marketer, and he knows everything about Facebook and all the different little things you need to do to market. And he's just well versed in that. Mike has done an amazing job with our videos, and he's an incredible communicator, as everybody knows. And he does a great job. And I'm a little bit more behind the scenes in that I do a lot of I've financed a lot of the advertising, and I've also done a lot of the writing for our autoresponders, and a lot of the writing stuff that we do. So we've made a pretty good team and come up with a pretty good marketing plan, a template that has worked for whatever company we get involved with. The problem is that these companies fail, and we're starting over from scratch every time we do it. I know there's a lot of people out there that have had the same experiences with companies that just don't make it. So when OnPassive came along, of course, we could see the value right away. We could bring people with us. We could a lot of the people that we had, the list that we had of other opportunities that we're in, and plug them into OnPassive, and at least expose these people to this incredible opportunity. And when we did that, it just kept going. And the value of OnPassive just kept increasing, and it kept progressing, and it just kept getting better and better and better. So we knew we had an opportunity that we could run with and really be successful with.
Right. Thank you so much for letting us know. Dear friends, you're joining in now, and with us in the studio is Dan Street, one of our leadership council members. Just like you said, and you said something, you said you teamed up with Marty Tigamo and Mike Ellis, but you did not bring so much. But when you explain what everybody has been doing, I think that everybody offered what the others did not have. And one thing is, like, you could not stop saying team, team, team. So what is the importance of teamwork? And how does it help, like in OnPassive? How is it? Yeah.
Oh, it's incredibly important. I mean, if you don't have a team, if you don't work together, if you don't help each other, whether people are on your team or not, you just help OnPassive. You help the growth of OnPassive. You help increase the value of OnPassive. And I think that we've done that. And I think that when you're an example, like, for example, Marty, we decided a long time ago that Marty was so good at his lives that he started doing lives on Facebook. And he would keep in touch with all of our team, and he would keep in touch with all the team every day, and he would expose them and update them to what the latest was that was going on. And the importance, I would suggest to everybody, for following up with the people that they bring into the businesses is incredibly important, because we want to nurture relationships with them, build relationships with them, make sure they understand them, and develop them into leaders themselves.
Exactly. Wow. That's really powerful. Thank you so much for letting us know. I happened to watch a few of your videos just recently again, even the ones I watched before. And one of the things that caught my attention, you say, it is a privilege. I'm actually quoting your words in one of your videos. You say, it is a privilege to be part of a positive, contagious atmosphere that is growing every day, developing relationships with people from all over the world with the same goals and aspiration. Given that the last thing you just said before I read this one to you, you also mentioned relationships. So what does all this mean to you? You as a founding member of OnPassive and for the business in general.
Well, yeah. I think that it's invaluable for all of us to, it was amazing to me how our team exploded. And just doing what we're doing, and how watching the value of OnPassive increase and progress, and looking at the relationships that we were developing worldwide. Like, I'm talking to you and you're in the United Kingdom. I mean, that's incredible. And then we talk to people in Papua New Guinea and the Philippines and Nigeria and all over the world, in India. And we not only are talking to these people, but we're developing relationships with them. And we're all on the same team. We all are implementing this vision of Ashwin Farah to the best of our ability. And we're believers. We believe in this project of OnPassive. We believe that it's going to work. We believe that it's going to launch. We believe that it will change our lives. And by doing that, I think that team is so important, because when you are a team and you see the baby members of your team as an example, they're seeing you work as a team unit, then they're going to do the same. And it's going to just be a contagious atmosphere. And that's why I say contagious. It's just amazing to me how contagious this company is, and how many leaders and how many unbelievable people we're seeing, talent like you wouldn't believe, all over the world, coming together and for one common goal, and that's implementing this vision of OnPassive. It's exciting.
Right. So you just said that implementing Ashes, in our teams, we do our best to the best of our abilities to implement the best out of our, how much we can do to push Ashes vision to its fruition. So how much do you think, because right now I had somebody ask this question, I think that I want to hear from other people too. How much do you trust that we are already about 850? Do you think that everybody who is there so far, because we would have listened to people we meet in corporate webinars and so on, can we judge from what you hear people say that people are really taking this at heart and they're aimed at the goal?
Yeah, I think, there's no way of knowing for sure. There were a lot of people that joined at the very beginning in 2018, and they joined as pending founder. Keep in mind that 850 or 870,000 does include, and Ash has said this, it does include all of the pending founders as well. So out of those pending founders, how many of them are going to wake up and come aboard and join us as founders? We don't know. I don't know exactly how many of them are pending founders, but I don't think it's that many anymore. But also all of those people that may have been asleep through for a couple of years and they haven't been tapped into what's going on. We don't know how many of those people will actually activate their membership, but we know that over the last year or so, there's been such an effort to wake people up and expose them to everything that's going on currently with OnPassive that I think our percentages are going to be really high as far as the people that are going to activate and change their lives with this company.
All right, thank you. Yeah. So we understand that OnPassive is a customer-based business and everybody wins. That's what we know. But we also know that we founding members, we are also going to be the first customers of OnPassive. So what is the difference between us, founders who are also at the same time customers, and those who are going to join us after launch as customers or as resellers? What is the difference between us and them?
Well, there's no real the difference between a founder and a customer and a customer / reseller is significant. As a founding member, we don't really even know all of the benefits that we're going to have. But one of the key things is that we are able to we pay our $97 and we're able to build a team. Okay, we're able to do that now before we even launch. Okay, and building a team is huge. When you look at even having a few people, even if you don't have anybody and you're a founder, you're going to be successful and you're going to have a team built underneath you. But if you have 2, 3, if you share it with 2, 3, 4 people, that's a significant amount of income that you're going to get. Now, a customer that comes in after the hard launch, a customer he's not going to be able to make any income, but he's going to be able to use some incredible products at a discounted rate and save a lot of money as an individual or as a company. So then a customer reseller, an independent reseller after we join, they'll be able to take advantage of pretty much everything we have as founders, meaning they'll be able to take advantage of the advertising that the company is going to be doing for all of us, whether we're an independent reseller or a founder. They'll be able to get some residual income by referring this to more customers and more independent resellers. So it's a good deal. But again, the benefits of a founder, Ash has got so many surprises under his belt for us that he really appreciates all that we've all done over these last couple of years to promote this vision. So it's going to be exciting. I get chills just thinking about some of the benefits that we don't even know about.
Right, exactly. So this is just, I know we are not yet launched, given that you are one of the leadership council members, there are times we feel that, okay, you are Ash's mouthpiece here, so we would like to hear a bit more. So what do you think, like those who join in again as resellers, do they make residual income based on how much effort they make, or they are just going to sleep like you and I and they just make the apples?
Well, they, all the details of that will come out, but I think that from what I've heard Ash say over and over again, unless I'm totally wrong, the independent resellers are going to make residual income just like you and I. And when the company does a marketing campaign or an ongoing advertising to promote OnPassive, they're going to get some of those people underneath them as well. They're going to be able to take advantage of that marketing. Now, they could shut it off and just sleep, but I think that they don't have additional streams of income like we do. When you have one founder, that's an additional stream of income. And then you multiply that by 3, 5, 10. It's amazing what we have and the benefits that we have that we don't fully even know about yet than the independent resellers. But it's a good deal as an independent reseller. If I didn't become a founder, I'd be an independent reseller in a heartbeat.
Right. Yeah, that's so exciting, and it's so sweet. That is when we understand this, the expression that everybody wins, because at times we
Everybody
feel,
wins, right?
yeah. So that's really it's a big one. So yeah. So Mr. Ash Mubarak's mission is to change lives of those who are living in destitution. So I think I always believe personally that that's the reason why he's sharing his wealth, so that we can join in and make and spread it all over the world, kind of. So we are sharing his vision, as a way of helping to see his dream come true. So how are you planning to give back to your community when we launch? Because that is one of the most important things that lies deep down Ash's heart. We
I,
like I
I
would always like people to share this, because others learn from it, others get ideas
Sure.
from it, so that we can do it together.
Well, and I think each one of us has our own passions, and each one of us has our own feelings about where we want to give. I'm also excited about seeing all of the other. Obless is just going to be an incredible product that we unleash to the world, and it's going to be incredible to see all of the all of the places that we can give and activities or causes that we are going to be able to give to. Now, near and dear to my heart, well, my priorities in life are basically, number one, my Christian faith and my relationship with Jesus. Number two, my family. And number three is OnPassive. Okay. And for my work, OnPassive is my priority. I mean, how could it not be when you really fully understand the picture, the vision of Ash Konfor? And I also have a passion for helping rehabilitate these victims of human trafficking and pedophilia. And I support any operations that there are to eliminate this evil practice from the world. So that's one of my deals. Plus the homeless and any other opportunity that might pop up that is a legitimate organization that would provide food and water and shelter to the homeless and poor. That's a big deal. But I have a heart for the kids out there, and there's a lot of bad stuff happening to these kids, and I just really have a heart for them.
Exactly. Thank you. So you just said, in order of importance, you put your faith first. I do that too. I am a born again. Yes, and your family second, and then OnPassive third. So just do us this favor. Tell us, what are you planning? How is your life and your family going to change when OnPassive launches?
Well, I think that one of the things that I've talked to people about in my journey is that in my medical career, I didn't have any time freedom. I was rewarded fairly well financially, but I couldn't plan anything. I was on call for orthopedic surgeons at hospitals all the time. And even during the week when I thought I had things under control, I'd get a page where I'd have to go into surgery. So my life for all that time, it wasn't like I could plan a vacation and have a relaxing time. I think time freedom is huge. And being able to plan time and being able to just start researching all the places that you're going to be able to give, and because they'll pop up out of the woodwork, and I will vet them very thoroughly. I will make sure I know that this is a legitimate organization, and the money I'm sending is the real deal. It's going to get to the right people. But I think helping people is huge, and I think that's Ash's vision. And you can tell he wanted to help from the very start. He wants to help those 97, 98% of the people that never made it online. Right. Now, Marty and I were talking about it today, kind of interesting. But out of those 98% of the people that never make it online, right? There's a pretty significant percentage of those people that don't make it online because they're pretty lazy. But there's a big percentage of don't make it online because they just can't afford the products every month. They can't afford the company isn't going to share the majority of the profits with them. And when you look at what Ash has planned for us and how much of the profits he plans on sharing, I think it's even more than we think. So how generous is that? He wants all of us to succeed. He wants all of us to help other people. And that to me is the best definition of not being selfish in the world.
Exactly. I know, because I just want to use this opportunity to tell you how I got into OnPassive, right? I just joined because I was just being in adventure that if it works, and then I'll have an opportunity to stay at home, make money, and take care of my children.
Very good.
Why I can't go to sleep is because when I've joined, I discovered that it was more than myself and my family. It's about the world, So, that some leaders do encourage that. Think about yourself too. That's why I asked you the question. Family is important,
I think
right?
it's different for different people, and I think it'll evolve over time. I think that you might wake up, Comfort, you might wake up one morning and have another 1,500 people in your organization based on the efforts of OnPassive. Who knows? And how would that change your life from day one to day 3? It's an active process, and it's dynamic. It's not static. So, and Ash said it the other day. He said, "This is infinite. We're going to keep up on everything. We're going to be 5 steps ahead of technology, and we're going to have all kinds of opportunities to create and realize additional commissions with OnPassive than we ever thought we could."
Right. I know there's this sweet thing you said at the beginning, which both of us really appreciated. You say you don't retire because you just move from one job to the other, right? However, we are encouraging, because I've done about 2-3 interviews just trying to paint the picture of what OnPassive has to offer to people who are either retiring or they're nearing the retirement age or already on retirement. So if you could use this opportunity, just explain, because the information we share here, we target mostly those who are not yet in. Tell somebody who is retired already or who is on his way to retirement how important it is to secure a position on OnPassive.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, think about people, the stress in their lives that they think, okay, I've got this amount of income from my retirement, I hope. It's in the bank, and I have these expenses. I have my medical insurance. There's a lot of transitions that you have to make when you quit working. And those, oh, sorry, my dog's going to bark in a second because my wife's home. There he goes. Sorry. So with those transitions, I think that we're all looking for, is there something else I could do part-time? Is there something else I can do to maybe supplement the income that I have for retirement? And can you think of anything better than OnPassive? I can't. And if you believe in it, if you really dig deep, I said this the other day, if you really dig deep with the person that brought you into the business and find out all the details, go to onpassive.com, look at each one of the products and look at the frequently asked questions on each one of the products, and you'll be blown away as to what is coming. And then you have to get wrapped in your own mind, forget about the launch, when the launch is, the launch will happen, and you have to believe that will happen. And then just concentrate on trying to share it with as many people as you possibly can before we do launch and before there's no founders left anymore. So I think there's a tremendous incentive, plus the fact that you look at all of the people that are doing a lot of these webinars and sharing this business and all the excitement that's generated. And we're taking that a step further now where we're having these greet and meets. I guess the one in Maryland that Charles Osong did was incredible. It was 180 people that showed up at a hotel. They had great food. I mean, it's evolving. It's taken the next step before before Ash pulls the trigger and we launch this baby. And you can feel the excitement, and you can feel the excitement with Ash. You can see it. You can see that he's like a little kid ready to get this thing going.
Right. Yeah. Dan, there's when you invite people to guest webinars, and after that we conclude, go back to whoever invited you so that they can show you how to register and become a founding member. So some people are like, the fact that we insist that you should go back to whoever invited you makes them feel that it is an MLM or network marketing in disguise. So you stand the chance here to explain and give maybe the difference, or say exactly what we mean by that.
Well, when you invite somebody, when you share a movie with somebody, I mean, it isn't like you're involved in an MLM or anything like that, but we are not an MLM. We're not associated with an MLM. We don't have anything to do with an MLM. So, I mean, people have to kind of wrap their brain around that and what the difference is. When you look at network marketing companies of the past that I've been in, first of all, there's an initiation fee to get in. Okay, that's fine. And then you have to buy the products every month. Okay, that's fine. If they're good products, there's a lot of good products out there, but there's a lot of Me Too products as well. There's a lot of products that are in competition with each other. Okay, and you are required, in order to get paid, this is a key point, in order for you to get paid, you have to recruit people into the business, and you have to produce a certain amount of volume per month in order to get paid. And the first thing that these people are going to give up is that monthly payment, because they can't afford it anymore. And the reason they can't afford it is because they're not making any money. And the reason they're not making any money is because the company's not sharing enough of the profits with them, and the fact that the requirements for them to get paid are so high that they can't do it. So only a small percentage, that's when we say 98, 97, 98% of these people. And a lot of those people that are successful in this business have huge lists of people that they just say, hey, join this opportunity with me. And they join for a little while and then they quit. But it's not something that is sustainable. Now, one of the key points I'd like to bring is nobody's going to quit OnPassive. It is so unique. These are real products. This is fully automated. It's AI technology. All of the stuff that we hear every day in these webinars. You've got a company that is going to drive targeted traffic to your business and build an internet marketing business for you. Build your business for you. And you will get commissions paid over and over and over again. And that's all automated. The AI software is going to follow up on your sales. They're going to close your sales. They're going to do everything for you. And you have you become a founder, and then you have a one-time fee to activate your subscription, which is going to be roughly $250. Now, if you pay that one time, not month to month to month, well, it is going to be a monthly charge, but you're only paying it out of pocket once because the profits are going to pay for the rest of that. It's just ingenious, and we haven't seen anything like that. I haven't in all the years, 15, 20 years that I've been working online. So Ash knows, and he's got it down. And I like what he said the other day about the pay plan. He said, I'm not going to bring up anything about the details of the pay plan. All you've got to know is that no need to talk about the recipe. It will just be delicious.
Exactly.
And that's true. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable how we're going to benefit from this. So gosh.
Wow, this is
great part-time job, don't you think?
Right. It's just a blessing that one is part of this, and we pray that who is supposed to be part of it to join before it's late. Somebody has just dropped one question. Is it okay for me to read it to you?
Sure.
Okay. So yes, he says, I'm just reading exactly what they have written. I know that a few days ago, Michael Williams says we should take the number 3 out of our minds. But tell us again a bit more about 3 and it's free. What is also,
Well, yeah, it isn't one of these. Well, if you understand OnPassive, you know that you don't have to recruit. Okay, so that's what we mean. You could come in and have 0 people, and eventually you're going to have it's going to take a little longer. You cut those time frames down if you do share it with people. But what's meant by 3 and it's free is that if you get 3 people in your organization on your first level, let's say you have 3 people that you got, it doesn't even have to be on your first level, 3 people in your organization. Okay, then that monthly of, let's say it's $250, is going to be taken care of. You don't have to worry about that. You're going to be actually in a little bit of profit. So 3 people basically pays for your next month $250, okay, or whatever that might be. And so don't worry about that, because I mean, when you look at Ash saying we're going to bring 100 million people in within the first year, and every founder is part of a marketing campaign that you'll get your share of people. And there's also your efforts, but there's also the company marketing efforts, but there's also the spillover from the top. So wherever you are in the organization, Marty, Mike, and I, within the first month, we were creating spillover. And we've created hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of spillovers. Those spillovers go, that spillover after the third person, that spillover goes to the next person down, and it's going to help with their 3. But it's just a matter of forget about like Michael says, forget about dwelling on that 3 and it's free, but that's just a gauge to tell you how many people you will need in your organization basically to crack that nut for the monthly. And that's it.
All right. Thank you so much, Dan. So there are 2 people when I do these shows, there are 2 people I have in mind. On the one hand, people who have heard about OnPassive and they're like, it's too good to be true, I'm not going to be part of it. And then on the other hand, other people have joined, but they are reluctant to bring in people because they are not sure, what if it fails tomorrow? What would you like to tell them, these 2 type of people?
Well, I think we all have to do our due diligence, and I can appreciate the fact that a lot of people have been burned in the past with other opportunities, but it's $97, and it's a risk. Okay, so let's say there's as my buddy Daryl Cook says, there's a 50-50 chance. I would risk $97 for the chance, and then when we launch, put in the $250 or whatever to activate my subscription to all the products. But I would pay that in a heartbeat. And if I lost $97, I lost $97. But there's also a 30-day refund. Somebody joins at $97, do all the research you possibly can, talk to everybody you can during that month, and find out whether you believe that this is legit or not. And if you can't do that in a month, then I really don't feel sorry for you. But $97 is fully refundable within that first month.
Okay.
So I don't see a risk at all.
All right. I know, me too. I always say the risk maybe is just the $5 that you pay to your finance institution.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Dan, for your time. I think we've spent enough time here this evening. Before I let you go, do you think there's still something lingering in your mind that you would like to tell our viewers before we shut down, please?
Well, I think that, in conclusion, I guess, is that we've never seen anything like this before. We've never seen a portfolio of products and a vision and a pay plan and just a company that's going to disrupt all of these existing internet companies that are out there. And when I say disrupt, I mean it could eliminate a few of them because of the technology that we have that is proprietary. So this is a very unique company. We invite all of you to, if you don't get your questions answered in formats like this or in webinars, keep bugging us because we'll make sure you get all your questions answered. And I just, I think I know it's the real deal. I'm a firm believer, and I can just hardly wait to get started. And we'd love everybody that is on the fence to join us and get their questions answered.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Dan. We really appreciate that you actually accepted.
Thanks for having me, Comfort. I really appreciate it.
Thank you too. Thanks. So, dear viewers, you listen to Dan. Whatever you find interesting, know that the other person needs to know. So go ahead and share, subscribe. And if anybody shares this video with you, please go back to them and they'll definitely show you how to register and become a founding member. So thanks for watching and bye. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Thanks again.